Movie fans are sure to remember the 1983 teen comedy drama Risky Business, starring a young Tom Cruise. As funny as this movie was, risky business is a term business owners don't find comical, especially when it comes to collecting payments. And as it turns out, payment processing companies don't like that term either, unless it is a high-risk payment processing company. What makes for high-risk merchant account payment processing? A payment processing high-risk red flag is applied to businesses in high-risk industries or those that aren't compliant with industry-specific security regulations. Other red zone flags include doing business in countries with a high chargeback risk like Brazil and Mexico. Sectors with high chargeback ratios and high employee turnover rates are also viewed as high-risk payment processing businesses. Some high-risk payment processing industries include the following business types, in no particular order. Firearms. Although laws vary by state, in many states, purchasing a gun is a complex process, subject to many regulatory procedures. This creates a large measure of complication for a payment processor trying to serve a national list of clients. Credit repair. Credit repair businesses work with financially distressed customers and clients who are rebuilding their credit, often after a bankruptcy. These individuals have already indicated that they present a higher risk for creditors. Cryptocurrency. Everybody is talking about Bitcoin or one of the hundreds of other digital coins out there. The cryptocurrency market is completely unregulated, which is also one of its appeals. This can result in lots of fraudulent activity in a Wild West landscape where unprepared individuals can lose their entire wallet to 21st century desperados. Because cryptocurrency is also anonymous, exchanging cash for things like Bitcoin can also facilitate criminal activity. Between all the potential disputes and chargebacks and legal issues, some of which are potentially international in scope, payment processors still view the crypto industry as high risk. Telemarketing. You probably won't find anybody who enjoys getting a telemarketing call. And although telemarketing is on the wane due to technologies like caller ID and the do not call registry, you will still get the occasional call about some good or service you probably don't want or need. Also note that a new form of telemarketing has infused itself into customer service calls, where agents helping you troubleshoot an issue may review your profile and suggest other additions to improve your product usage. Pharmaceuticals. Age restrictions, government regulations, and potential medical complications are inherent in the prescription drug business. There is also a significant ongoing drug crisis with opioids, some of which make their entry into the market through perfectly legal, prescribed purchases. Of course, there are also complications associated with medical insurance if a patient buys a prescription and then finds out it's actually covered by their plan. Travel booking. One concern with travel booking is friendly fraud, where a consumer will book a trip, take the trip, and then claim they never made the booking. Another less malicious issue is that consumers who don't purchase travel insurance can miss their flight or have to cancel their plans, leading them to request a refund. Cannabis and CBD. Only 21 states have legalized the use of marijuana for recreational purposes, a number that is included in the 37 states that have legalized it for medical use. As you can imagine, this creates a complex legal and regulatory landscape that is still very young in its development. To complicate matters further, marijuana usage, despite protestations to the contrary, has been shown in studies to create, at least, social linkage with users of other drugs, some of which are illegal. The potential health, safety, and legal issues in this milieu present a picture of increased risk for payment processors to get involved. CBD oil and products, made from a non-psychogenic extract of the hemp plant, is another related industry that is very young and unproven in terms of long-term medical effects, creating additional risk factors. Subscription services. Subscription services are powering consumer lifestyles today, from the entertainment of Netflix to the plethora of food-to-your-table weekly arrangements like HelloFresh. But subscription services are also subject to a high percentage of chargebacks, more so than one-off transactions. One issue is that customers may want to cancel a service, but forget about doing that until they see it on their bank statement. They may have forgotten that their free trial is over. Occasionally, they may have insufficient funds in their checking account, even if they want to continue the service. Gambling and sports betting. Businesses that deal in gambling and sports betting, both online and in person, would be considered a payment processing high-risk account. One issue is that betting venues, digital or brick and mortar, have a high volume of traffic executing quick transactions. There may also be disputes over winnings and bonuses. Sometimes a customer will dispute a charge on the basis of a larger problem, like a gambling addiction. Certainly, gambling is associated with a higher risk of criminal affiliation. Tobacco and e-cigarettes. There was once a time when doctors thought cigarettes were healthy. Today, most consumers realize that cigarettes are decidedly unhealthy. And whether it's true or not, many of these same consumers believe that vaping is a healthier alternative to getting a tobacco fix, since they lack nicotine and some carcinogenic components. This creates a complicated payment landscape that payment processors would like to avoid, especially vis-a-vis potential future lawsuits over the long-term health complications of such products. Online dating and adult services. In recent years, the popularity of dating apps has exploded, going from 241 million users worldwide in 2016 to over 324 million today. But during that same time period, romance scams also rose in popularity, costing $75 million in 2016, but a whopping $304 million as recently as 2021. As you might guess, romance scamming involves asking for financial assistance from an admirer, usually in the form of non-traceable gift cards. And as you can also guess, this type of scam results in lots of complaints, cancellations, and refunds. Speaking of dating and romance, another related industry is adult entertainment, which also has its own significant risks. One of these risks is the legal complications that can result from statutory issues around age. Catfishing, pretending to be someone you're not, may also result in disputed charges. It's all one big emotional mess that payment processors would prefer not to get tangled up in. ECS offers high-risk processing solutions to help businesses collect high-risk credit card payments from clients and customers. Visit us online at ecspayments.com or to speak with one of our payment specialists, reach out to the number listed.